WTO is associated with long talks, various tariffs, customs quotas, imports and exports, as well as with other terms which our consumers sometimes do not understand. The task of WTO market program is to break all the barriers between buyers and sellers because we know everything about the prices. Today on the program, the global trends of the jewelry business, the key problems of the jewelry industry development in Kazakhstan, and how does the Kazakhstan League of Jewelers protect local producers. Nowadays, synthesizing industrial diamonds is cheaper than extracting natural ones. 99% of industrial diamonds are used for engineering purposes and 95% of natural materials are processed into jewelry. Gold Flushing Championship is held in the Kolyma River every year. The best gold finder gets a 1 million ruble award and a valuable prize. Authorities of Tajikistan may allow its citizens to extract placer gold. Special collection stations on banks of gold-bearing rivers are expected to be established after the approval of the proper act. These days, the jewelry industry is one of the most dynamically developing industries in the world. And this is not surprising because jewelry made of gold, other precious metals and stones have long been considered an integral part of the human history and culture. The total sales of jewelry in 2014 made up 148 billion euros. With a 5 to 6% growth in sales, this figure may reach 250 billion euros by 2020. The jewelry market has been functioning at all times, during crisis and in periods of prosperity, because this is not only beautiful jewelry, but also investment. When you invest in jewelry, you know that sometime later you will be able to sell it. The jewelry market has always been developing. Moreover, the global sales market tends to grow. Historically, Kazakhstan has its own jewelry art traditions. Domestic jewelers, zegers, had always been sharing secrets of producing traditional Kazakh jewelry with their apprentices. However, experts insist that this is a thing of the past. The Kazakh jewelry school has been forgotten. Nowadays we lack skilled professionals. I have a desire and possibility to open a jewelry plant, but cannot do that due to the shortage of specialists. Those specialists we want to cooperate with ask too much money. Nowadays we can observe personnel gap in all sectors. According to specialists, underdevelopment of the local market of precious metals and stones, critical raw materials for jewelry production, hinders the development of the domestic jewelry sector. Precisely for this reason, the Kazakhstan League of Jewelers was established last year. Initially, it was represented by 19 jewelers of Kazakhstan. By now it has expanded and consists of 34 members. Presently, we make all efforts to attract new professionals. Almaty, Astana, Taraz, Aktau and Atarau specialize in retail trade. At present, the Kazakhstan League of Jewelers achieved much success in the implementation of its primary objective, supporting of domestic jewelers. Much work is currently being undertaken in the creation of favorable conditions for the development of jewelry business in Kazakhstan. Thus, the Memorandum on Cooperation was signed between the Committee for Technical Regulation and Metrology and the Kazakhstan League of Jewelers. Besides that, the Ministry for Investment and Development of Kazakhstan, jointly with local businessmen, developed a project of roadmap for the jewelry sector of Kazakhstan. The state is willing to subsidize purchasing of new equipment and the development of up-to-date jewelry production norms in substitution of current standards. According to the Act for Precious Metals and Precious Stones and decrees of the National Bank's Management Committee, precious metal refineries were given the opportunity to sell gold along with jewelry sector members. The membership in the Kazakhstan League of Jewelers allows to assay gold, as it is made in the assay chamber at discounted prices. Members of the League of Jewelers can purchase gold from precious metals refinery without VAT. This is also our achievement.
без НДС.
Kazakhstan has the world's 15th largest reserves of gold, 4th largest reserves of silver and 2nd largest reserves of gold ore. But the content of gold in the ground of Kazakhstan exceeds 10,000 tons. As of June 13, 2016, 155 operating contracts on gold and gold ores were registered in Kazakhstan. In 2015, the output of gold in the country was almost 50 tons. Nonetheless, only 10% of jewelry on the Kazakhstan market is domestically produced. The rest, 90%, are delivered from foreign countries' exporters of ready-made jewelry. In 2016, more than 30 tons of jewelry to the amount exceeding $30 million was delivered to Kazakhstan. The import decreased by almost 30%. Russia is the key importer of jewelry. The amount of delivery exceeded 28 tons, totaling $20.4 million. A major part of jewelry, about 20%, is imported to Kazakhstan from Switzerland, the US, Italy and the UAE. Among the major importers are China and Thailand. Some specialists claim that the proportion between imported and domestically produced jewelries is 1,000 per 2 or 3 pieces. This is too little taken into account that Kazakhstan possesses sufficient raw material stocks. However, the sector is suffering not only from underdevelopment of the local production and staff shortage, but also from smuggling. We cannot maintain the same prices as smugglers. Prices of their goods are lower. They deliver and sell their goods illegally. They also employ illegal workers, and there are a lot of them. We don't know when it is over. Perhaps 5 years later it will be a 100% legal business because certain steps have been taken and certain acts have been passed. They are aimed at legalizing of the jewelry business. According to experts, from 50 to 95% of jewelry in Kazakhstan are smuggled goods. What should we take into account when buying jewelry? Silver wins in Kazakhstan and all over the world. Kazakhstan develops new methods of gold extraction. When buying gold decorations, it is recommended to check the assay mark. In Kazakhstan, this is a single play mark with the international abbreviation KZ and the symbol of a snow leopard's head. It is advisable to buy pieces from precious metals from official and well-known sellers. A label is the passport of a jewelry piece. It should necessarily contain the information about the manufacturer, its legal address, product name and number, as well as its assay mark, weight and price. Kazakhstani jewelers, zergers, always gave preference to silver because it is associated with the moon. It is believed that silver adornments, besides their aesthetic function, also protect people against different types of evil. Nowadays, the demand for silver decorations all over the world, including Kazakhstan, is increasing. Currently, silver is in trend. Many people wear it, like it, and it does not cost much. Silver presents are also very interesting. It should be noted that up-to-date adornments are made of radium silver. It is really beautiful and looks like gold. And for example, if a girl loses a silver earring, she does not feel as pity as she would losing a golden ring. As for Kazakhstani consumers, it is necessary to say about their heightened interest towards jewelry pieces made in accordance with national traditions. This fact opens intriguing prospects for jewelry manufacturers. Indeed, there is always a good chance to try a series of adornments as gifts for friends or loved ones. The demand for jewelry in Kazakhstan has a very specific character. It is mainly focused on national adornments in Kazakh style. This is a sort of ethno-style. This is what people purchase nowadays. For instance, a new collection can be sold within 2 weeks. Recently, we ordered adornments related to the tradition of giving jewelry gifts to a child on the 40th day after the birth. Les LLC, located in East Kazakhstan region, obtained a grant from the branch of Bayterek Holding to the amount of 21.5 million tenge for the development of industrial high-frequency method of extraction. The new technology allows to reduce energy costs several times. The proportion of gold extracted from ore is also significantly increasing. According to the WTO norms on international cooperation, the project also provides for cooperation with business partners from France.